Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. Shall we see what's going on a lovely island of Fawnhollow today? What are we going to talk about today? I don't really know, to be honest. So let's meander like a river with a helicoideo flow. I don't know. GCSEs are going on right now, aren't they? Well, it's exam season. Well, actually, no. GCSEs should be over by now. Actually, no. A levels should be over by now, right? Or what? Yeah. What? No, we're going on. I can't remember when I used to do exams back in school. It's been ages. My word. Do you think, actually, if I look at my calendar, I will be able to see the exams I've got? Wow, okay, thanks, Hoyo Lab. Congrats on reaching the bottom of Spiral Abyss. I didn't really need a notification, but okay. Hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 2:07 PM on Saturday, June 3rd, 2023. Of course it's Saturday, of course it's June. We are vibing, we're relaxing. We're here to have a good time, and if you're not having a good time, then stop. No, I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know. What can we talk about? What's been going on news-wise and personally for me? I mean, I'm going to be doing a little bit of drawing with one of my friends later. It's like, I don't know. There was no like big, huge things, I suppose, to talk about. I don't know what on earth's going on my Joy-Con. Here we go. So it was on the 3rd that we got the special. I guess we can't have too many of a special letter in a row. Does that make sense? I don't really know if that makes sense, but maybe that's the case. Who knows? Anywho, let us. Well, firstly, I suppose we should open these presents. That's okay. Or I'll swap them to the other side because I didn't like the coconuts on that side either. Long chenille cardigan. I don't even know what this is. Mum's handmade apron. Presumably, we must have like 1,000 of those already. We must have so many horseshoe door decorations. Yeah, what's going on for games? Let me think. Not really much that I can think of. I can't really think of anything that's been happening all of them. You know, because like June, July, August, there's not really like many events which sort of happen in this time span, isn't it? We're kind of sort of bereft of public holidays and that sort of thing. Mainly because, well, I mean, the public holidays are very much concentrated in the December era, aren't they? But I'd imagine just a lot of people are on holiday. Like, I mean, the only public holiday I can think of during the summer is July 4th, which is like American Independence Day, which, you know, I don't even celebrate, obviously, because I'm not American, so, you know, this seems a little bit redundant. June, I mean, it was Pride Month, of course. I spoke about that yesterday. You know, we can't retread the same conversation again. August, is that like literally no public holiday in August? I don't know. I guess it's just sort of coming into summer. It's weird because it doesn't feel like summer. You know, I'm actually like chilling here in like shorts and a t-shirt, which is not usual for me because I feel like a lot of my clothes tend to like I don't know, I very suddenly switch from going from my winter clothes of like hoodies and like, you know, jogging bottoms or that sort of thing, or like a sweatshirt and leggings or something, to now just going like full on shorts and t-shirt, which is, it's not even that warm, I'm gonna be honest. Like it's just I woke up today and I was like, it looks sunny, it looks like it's gonna be a bit warm today. I guess I'll wear the casual short clothing combination, while the long sleeve ones hangs on the back of my doorway. Yeah, it's not really like warm enough, I think, to be wearing a t-shirt. It's not cold enough, I suppose, but I feel like I have a pressure to sort of like change out of these clothes or anything. You know, maybe it's different where you are. Maybe where you are, you know, it's constantly warm, and you know, UK is not exactly known for having the warmest weather. It's known for quite having, well, if anything, I would say UK is known for having quite mild weather compared to the rest of the world, which is good. You know, and I like mild. Perhaps a bit rainier than some major countries, but not like that much rainier. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Like, probably, you know, like, we don't have a monsoon season. We don't have like a whole season named after it. We have April showers, which doesn't last that long. And honestly, I prefer it. You know, people may hate on the UK weather. I quite like it, to be honest. I think most days I want things to be temperate rather than warm. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, some people just like wearing shorts and t-shirts like all the time. I'm very much not that sort of person. I much prefer long sleeve clothing rather than shorts and stuff. Not really for anything in particular, I suppose. I guess it's just a preference. I tend to prefer much more autumny or winter fashion compared to summer fashion. But also wear it, you know, it's comfy. I'm feeling chill. I'm feeling relaxed. I'm comfy. It's Saturday. Like, what else are you going to do? I mean, of course, you can keep yourself busy, and sometimes I do as well, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I don't know, but, like, shorts in cold weather, some people are crazy. I will say it's not something that I've seen so much in school, per se, because back in school times we had a school uniform, so everyone was basically wearing the same thing. I do remember in primary school, like the change from like winter school uniform to summer school uniform, except for it really wasn't that big a change. It was just more like, oh, you can wear shorts now, or you can wear like a dress, the summer dress, or instead of wearing like trousers and a shirt, which is, I don't know. It sounds very quintessentially British, I'd imagine, because I think a lot of other countries don't have school uniforms, or the school uniforms are quite different, probably. In secondary school, I don't think we really had I remember we had to wear a blazer, shirt, tie, trousers. That was our school uniform in secondary school. And like we weren't allowed to take off a blazer until it got to the summer months, and then like the headmaster was like, okay, now the summer uniform, like whatever rule is in effect, and you can now wear your not wear blazers anymore, and you can wear short sleeve shirts or something. So it's pretty crazy. To think we used to like overheat or something in full school uniform. Like, people took off their blazers anyway, I'm gonna be honest. Most of the teachers don't really care, I'd imagine, but it's the sort of a thing where it's like, as I say, when you know these traditional rules, I suppose, in school, and a little bit outdated. It's like, I know, like, but the idea behind the fact you're not meant to take off a blazer is because it's the school blazer. It's got the school logo on it. You're meant to be representing your school, etc., etc. That's why you had to wear school uniform on school trips or whatever have you. Sometimes. Which seems a bit pointless, I suppose. It's not like we had much patriotic pride, I suppose, for our school. We had a school anthem, by the way, which was just a parody of the Canadian national anthem. So, I don't know. Maybe there is a bit more patriotism depending on who you are. Sorry, just having a sip of water. But yeah, I don't think we were allowed to wear shorts, ever. Not that I can remember. I guess shorts are seen as like a kind of childish thing, which is silly because shorts are awesome, you know, as well. Like, again, you know, I'm never gonna, if given an opportunity, would I wear like jeans, leggings, or shorts? I would probably wear leggings because I find them most comfortable, but shorts are fine, you know. If it's a hot summer month, wear shorts, you know. Shorts can be fantastic fashion as well. If anything, school suffers from not having enough school uniform expression in fashion, you know. That's what I'm saying, you know. Although, to be fair, I'm not like 100% against a school uniform in general. And it's interesting because it's always a debate thing which always comes up during like school times. It's like, oh, write an essay about the benefits and deficits of having a school uniform. Like, there are genuine benefits. Like, well, certainly, you know, in teenage years, you don't really have to think about what you're wearing. You just wake up, you wear a school uniform or whatever. Excuse me. But on the other hand, you know, there's not really much of a sense of creative freedom or expression of it. You know, you can't wear clothes which speak to you personally, and some people, you know, would like to, which is completely fair. If anything, what it should be is like, this is like a school uniform, but you have quite a few options with it, and you're allowed to like accessorize or do other things with it. So like, what if there's a school cardigan, a school blazer, a school like jumper, a school etc., instead of just having the one blazer or something. It would be cool to have like different styles, but again, that's probably a bit pointless because it's like expensive. Like, I don't know why you'd necessarily be so sold on wanting to wear the school uniform drip, if anything. But hey ho, I guess it would be cool at least. Even better, perhaps, would be that we don't have like blazers with the school emblem on. Instead, it's just general looking smart clothing, I suppose, with the school colours, and then we just have a separate thing like what we had in the schools. Well, we had the blazer with our school logo, but we also had a tie with a school logo as well. At least in sixth form. We didn't actually have that in the lower years, now I think about it. That's what it should be. It should be like the tie or something of that ilk should have a school logo, and the other stuff should just be general like usage clothing. That's what it should be. Anyway, in America and in many other countries, you don't have a school uniform, so you're free to express yourself and whatnot. Sounds pretty cool. But that's the thing where I always hear the stories from, of like people who are crazy, who wear shorts no matter the weather, no matter how cold it is. Someone wants to be wearing a t-shirt and shorts, which, you know, I'm not someone that is that bothered by temperature, and, you know, I do prefer the cold rather than the warm. But, you know, there's limits, I suppose, to sensibilities in that regard. You know, be reasonable. You don't want to, like, why suffer, I suppose, unnecessarily, or at least bring a coat, you know? I don't know if any of you were that person who always wore like shorts and t-shirts in cold weather. Maybe you can like start enlightening me of like necessarily what your motivations. Maybe you just liked him better. Maybe you were just like stubborn about it. Maybe you were like, oh, this makes me look cool. Or maybe you just really couldn't be bothered to care. You just like couldn't care. Couldn't care. Yes, you couldn't care less about it. You just wore whatever. Fair enough, to be honest. I don't think it really, matters what you wear to school, as long as it's not like dangerous or grossly offensive. But I'd like to think people wouldn't do that in the first place. Other than that, it's basically, as long as it doesn't impede you or others, and in my regards, I'd just be like, wherever what the heck you want to school. It's all the same. Well, it's not all the same, I suppose, literally, but you know what I mean. I don't know. Actually, I think back in university, there were some people who always wore certain things, but there's someone I can picture. I feel like he wore shorts most of the time. Like, I can only picture him in like a t-shirt and like cargo-esque sort of shorts. I don't know if he wore other stuff. Like, I mean, obviously he wore like a suit to like formal events and that sort of thing, but I don't really remember him wearing much other stuff. Like, what did I used to wear back in university? I used to wear like flannel shirts and jumpers. I basically had like smart casual wear going on. Flannel shirts, like casual shirts and jumpers, or like some sort of slacks or leggings or something along those lines. That's basically what I wore. Because it was simple, I suppose. I didn't have much of a fashionistic expression, I think, at that point. Excuse me, and I couldn't figure out which button to mute myself, because I got a bit of like a build-up of mucus or something in my throat. What was I gonna say? I don't really remember. Oh yeah, there was this one person who basically always wore a suit when I was in university. And you might be like, here is where you're gonna like chastise him or something, or disapprove of it. Nah, if he wants to, he wants to. Clearly he, likes suits, presumably. Or, well, I assume he likes suits, otherwise he wouldn't wear them all the time, to be perfectly honest. Like, that's the beauty of being able to express yourself through fashion, is the fact that you can, wear what you want, right? And it just, it says, of course, things about your character and who you are, because you're the person who chose the outfit at the end of the day. But it was like, he just clearly liked wearing suits for whatever reason. He just wore them all the time. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say to that. He just always wore suits. In fact, I don't think I ever saw him wear something casual. I wonder why he did, though. I would say he looked like a businessman. He looked very smart. I don't know what he studied. I think he studied history or something. I never spoke to him. So, I spoke to him like a couple of times, but only sort of like through someone else who like kind of knew him, and I didn't know him personally. I don't even remember his name, I'm going to be perfectly honest. But he always wore suits, even in the summer. I hope they were at least airy and breathy suits. That's kind of like the inverse. You got people who always wear like shorts and t-shirts in the winter, and people who always wear like full-on suits in the summer, or equivalent, It's just like, I mean, as long as you're comfortable with it, by all means. But I feel like I'd be really uncomfortable with it. I'd be like, man, the temperature just crazy. I don't want to overheat. I don't want to freeze to death either. It's sort of like, oh well. Because I get it. I get being stubborn to changing of weathers and changing of clothing at the same time. I feel like I'm very much the same. But I don't know. Everyone's got their own thoughts and desires, I suppose, out of life. So who am I to judge? Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Shorts in winter. I guess I'll call this episode Cold Shorts. I was just trying to think of what this title is going to be called. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say, to be honest. Just like, I don't know, weather's an important thing to dress for. I guess you don't have to. Maybe you're like cold-blooded and you're like, no, I want to wear like or many layers or something just to retain my heat in summer. Does that make sense? Because surely if you're cold-blooded, you would like be sunbathing, right? On like a warm rock. So I guess maybe after your sunbathe, you would wear a load of warm clothes to like trap your body heat in. Is that how it works? I'm not really sure. I assume so. Never really thought about it. I don't know. Along the short of it is, some people like shorts, some people don't. Wear whatever you want as long as you're comfortable. Don't sacrifice your own comfort necessarily for your own preference. Well, I mean, I suppose if you prefer wearing shorts, then that is your own comfort. I don't know. Okay, just be reasonable with yourself. Who cares what others think necessarily? But just be reasonable for yourself. Is what I mean. I don't really know what else to talk about. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just trying to think of if I can think of anyone recently who just basically like wore shorts in winter or something. I mean, we're sort of getting out of winter, if anything. If anything, I might be the inverse. I'm still wearing a jumper or something in summer. Actually, that happened when we were on holiday in Spain. I was like, I know Spain gets pretty hot, so I'm going to bring a variety of clothes because I don't know how hot it necessarily gets. But, you know, we were there for 2 weeks and we didn't do laundry the entire time we were there. I actually brought enough to not have to do laundry. Like, literally just enough, I think. Clothing. Which is crazy to think about because that's a lot of clothing now I think about it. But a few things I did have to rewear. And one of the things I had to rewear, I remember, was a turtleneck while we were in, like, oh, where were we? Murcia? No, that's not right. I can't remember. We were somewhere and it was very hot in Spain and I was just basically wearing a brown turtleneck sweater and I was like, oh, this is too much, definitely. It's very much like, okay, I clearly didn't plan this well enough to not end up wearing a sweater on that day. I also ended up wearing like a sweater dress on the final day as well, but to be fair, on the final day we were up much more north. We were in like I can't remember, Barcelona, right? So it was still surprising. It was colder than you expect because it was still like spring. It's just when we went south it got quite warm, unsurprisingly. You know, south of Spain, warmer than the north of Spain. Who'd have thunk it? Anyway, I think I might just round this episode here. I don't even know what to talk about, to be honest. Cold shorts, I suppose, you know. It's still not quite warm enough, I would say, to actually to decide to have worn shorts, but I have anyway. I'm inside anyway for most of today, so does it matter? I guess not. Anyway, I'm going to round this episode off here, so if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Twitter, Discord down below. Hope you see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.